Hi, this is Joseph Arthur. Thanks for checking out Come to Where I'm From. Please support us on Patreon, patreon.com/come to where I'm from. We are an independent podcast, and any contributions you can make are greatly appreciated. Hey, boss. Good to see you. Yeah, very good. Look at you getting after it early.
Oh, this is early.
Or is this hair of the dog?
Oh, this hair of the dog.
Oh, it's hair of the dog type of vibes?
No question about it.
Man.
No question.
You don't know what hair of the dog is? Damn,
It's a.
He don't party.
Don't forget.
Yeah, it's like you gotta keep drinking the next day.
To make your once you align yourself with El Diablo, you gotta keep. You gotta
wean yourself off of it.
You want to keep going in that direction, because then it's the hair of the dog that bit you.
Yeah.
I can't believe you don't know this.
Like you're supposed to eat the hair. Yeah, it's a bar too down in Lois.
Hair of the dog that bit
That's
you.
popular. Oh, there you go. Well,
Yeah.
You don't skydive, but I know you heard a parachute.
Come to Where I'm From podcast, episode 126. Our guest today is Sherrod Small.
Yes.
I was just making
The great fucking Sherrod Small. I, for one, am thrilled you're here.
Yeah, me too,
And
man.
I've been a fan for years.
I appreciate that, really.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so what were you up to last? Are you still going from last night?
Well, last night I did about 3 or 4 shows at the Cellar and the Stand, and then I hung out with friends. It was a friend's birthday, so then we wilded out, and then I got home about 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning.
6 a.m., baby.
6 in the morning. There's a song like that. 6 in the morning. I don't know what it is.
I think it might be
Thursday
Snoop.
morning,
Is
6
it Snoop?
a.m.
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel.
I think
Simon and Garfunkel, too.
Tuesday
yeah.
morning, 6 a.m.
He's calling for prayers for his mom. Snoop is on Instagram.
Oh, was his mother sick?
I think something's up with her. So
man.
prayers to Snoop's mom.
I ain't even hear about that.
Please,
Thoughts and
Jesus.
prayers.
Big shout.
Please, Jesus.
Big shout.
You know Snoop?
I've met Snoop a couple times.
Really?
Yeah. I never met his mother, but I met him.
Well, because anyway,
Yeah.
hopefully, yeah. So you're from Brooklyn too, huh?
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Brooklyn, New York. Went to Bishop McLaughlin High School. Catholic shit. It was great.
Oh, you're Catholic?
For high school, I went to Catholic school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you not Catholic anymore?
Well, I grew up at a Presbyterian church. I guess what, Presbyterian church, Baptist house, Jewish fucking neighbors. In New York, you're a little bit of everything.
Right. That's good though.
Yeah.
Jewish fucking neighbor.
Everybody, we all
Everybody
share
had
religions.
those.
What about now? Do you still go to church or anything like that?
I ain't been to church in several Easters.
You still pray? No.
But I still put the pressure on my kid. My daughter's 13.
And you tell her to go?
I tried to, when she was younger, she went every Sunday because my mother would take her with
Right.
her. But now, I think she's more into science.
Yeah.
I'm raising a nice lesbian nerd.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Is she hella woke?
She's woke. She loves animation. She just into her schoolwork and animation. She does
That's cool.
Yeah. She's really dedicated.
Is she into the NFT realm yet? Because if
What is that?
somebody gets into animation now, that's a cash cow industry.
Oh yeah. That's what she. She's all the way in it. She's going to high school of
Smart.
technology in Jersey. So yeah, she's excited about it.
NFTs are non-fungible tokens.
There we go.
So it's basically a way to sell digital art on the blockchain.
Right. Is that the Bitcoin stuff?
That's Bitcoin stuff.
Yes.
So if you get dialed into animation and learn 3D programs, you're gonna make a killing.
Yeah.
You make a killing. It's good that she's doing that.
Good, because Daddy likes nice stuff.
Exactly. I wish I had gone that direction.
Yeah.
Are you still with the baby's mom? Or
No, but we're close friends. But no, we're not
friends?
together romantically. No.
Did you guys try to raise it together?
We still raise it together, but we're just not romantically in a relationship.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of a better way to do it.
Right. Why do you think that?
Because we don't have to have
for a friend.
Like, I think we keep our romantic emotions out of it.
Right.
So we stay focused on our kid.
Yeah.
And I think that's just is a better way for us.
It kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because that romantic thing, man, it's sketchy between humans. It's just proven. If there's anything proven, it's that romance between humans is some sketchy business.
Yeah.
I don't care what your thing is, whatever. It's sketchy.
Monogamy is hard.
Yeah.
For like, I don't even try to pretend. I was in a relationship for 11 years. That's like my longest relationship. But we grew into like brother and sister after time. You got to really work on romance.
Yeah.
You can still love a motherfucker, but it'll be more like your fucking niece instead of your girl.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to let go of that thing and realize, okay, we got to move past the romance?
He's asking for a friend. For sure. I happen to know he's asking
No. But you know, like what you said is like, okay, we're raising her together, but there's that point in the relationship where the relationship breaks up and then the ego starts kicking in and people go... Breakups could be nasty.
Yeah, my breakup was actually with a girl that wasn't the mother of my kid.
Oh no, I'm asking about the mother of your kid.
We started out like that, so we've always been like that.
So you were friends
always friends all the way through.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we were never like exclusively dating and shit like that.
That's cool.
And I think it just worked out for us. It don't work for everybody, but it worked for us. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, so far so good. Knock on wood.
Well, 13, it seems like you're kind of almost at the
finish line.
At one of the finish lines.
Yeah, I agree.
You're at the, you've definitely traversed some difficult terrain already.
Yes.
Successfully.
Because you never know. You never know what's going to stick when because when you're raising a kid, I only got one kid, so you tell them things and you try to, put things in them, but you don't know what's staying in there or leaking back out.
And what has stuck?
I think everything. I think that bitch is just observant and she's just glue and she just takes it all in.
Now, when you first had her, did it split time? Did the mother mainly have her most of the time because of breastfeeding? Well,
during the week, yes. But I would go there. But then I would take the baby with me and just, you can put titty milk in bottles now.
Right, that's true. Yeah. They figured that out.
The Chinese figured it out.
The Chinese are figuring everyone. Yeah.
So that's a question for his friend.
Yeah. So then you would take her on the weekends, basically.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Alone?
Yeah.
Alone.
And it's real.
No help.
No help.
How
I had
would
my
that
sister
go?
sometime,
So
but it was me at my house by myself with her.
And how would that go?
It was difficult at first, but it was you learn.
What was the first time you and how old was the baby girl?
Let's say her name.
What
Asha. She was like
Asha.
6
Great
months.
name,
maybe?
by the way.
Thank you.
Asha, I love that.
Thank you.
Hard to come up with a killer name.
Yeah, a nice one that's
Asking
not too
for
gray.
a friend. Yeah, Asha's good. Asha's good.
It is.
What's it mean, Asha?
I'm not really sure.
No.
I think it's just like peace and a loved one or something like that.
Okay, so what was the first time when you're at home? Baby girl Asha, baby Asha, and what? She's a couple weeks old.
Yeah, maybe like a month or so.
Month old.
Yeah.
First, and then what's that like? Are you?
Oh fuck!
It's uncomfortable. That definitely when you're first by yourself with a baby, it's like okay,
what's up?
Okay, let me not let this thing die while it's with me.
Right. So let me get it back to the mother alive.
Breathing.
Yeah.
But then I think like just trying to keep her alive. Like she was easy with me. She could see my concern even as a baby.
Oh yeah, she knew.
And she would be like, "All right, take it easy.
Take
Let's
it easy
breathe." I'm telling you, she's the best boss I ever had.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
But the real difficult part for me was when you got to wipe this kid. It's like now it's just you. She pooped.
Yeah.
Now it's wiping time. And this could be like pamper wiping or after she already used the toilet. You still got to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't do it enough, your kid's going to get a rash. If you do it too hard, nigga, you molesting her. So she had to give me the eye.
It is like a sketchy thing.
It's so sketch.
Not the lack of sleep.
No, sleep was fine. She slept.
Wow.
But the wiping is the terror.
The wiping is a terror because you're like, where am I crossing a
Only
line
at
over
first.
here?
I felt the same way.
Terror.
He's got a daughter.
I have a 10-year-old.
Yes.
And I've never, before my daughter was born, I never touched baby. Was never near babies. Don't know what you do with. And I want a kid until you get it. But that like, okay, you're like. I told my girlfriend, you wipe her, you do these things, but then I did it exclusively.
Right.
But it becomes
you get good at it, and then you're like this. When do I use these skills after she grows up?
Nothing.
Get into.
I
don't want to make that
wipes on
joke.
yourself.
There's a joke that came, but I'm not.
There's a couple links I guess you can.
Not gonna go there. Just gonna go ahead and leave.
I'm putting Pampers and talcum on grown men next week.
I mean, I hear there's a lot of money in that.
I'm sure it is.
I mean,
the swaddle,
you get
that's
paid
also...
for that. So you grew up in Brooklyn, huh?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
And
Bed-Stuy Heights.
Bed-Stuy.
Heights.
Who said Heights?
I'm just
The real
joking.
estate people.
I'm joking.
That's real estate talk.
What was that like?
Brooklyn was cool, man. You know, everybody had about the same stuff. So I grew up on Decatur Street, Howard, Saratoga. You know, it was like a family. Everybody was there. We knew it was rough in the neighborhood. It could be rough, but our block was safe. Like our immediate area, because we knew most people.
And there was a good, nice community spirit type of vibe?
Yeah, a lot of homeowners. A lot of people own their own brownstones.
Unlocked doors.
Wow.
That time, yeah. Unlocked
like one
doors.
of
We
my
just went right
dreams.
into each other's houses all the time.
And now you're still in Brooklyn? Or
No,
did
I'm
you
in Manhattan now.
Manhattan?
Yeah. I went to college in Maryland. I came back and I moved to Manhattan.
What neighborhood around here?
Right now, I'm down in the village. I'm down here in the village.
Oh,
but I was
okay.
on the Upper East Side for like 15, 20 years.
Yeah. I just moved back to Brooklyn.
Okay, how you like it?
I love it. I was in the East Village during this whole craziness.
Right.
I'd been in like Red Hook. I was in Dumbo back in the day. And then I got an apartment in the East Village, and then this whole crazy shit happened.
Right.
And then somebody had this apartment in the
Downtown Brooklyn.
Back in Brooklyn,
Right.
yeah.
That's dope.
Downtown.
Another one of my friends moved from East Village to Brooklyn during this.
And I was just like, oh my God, I love it.
There's more room to breathe. There's better restaurants, I think.
Okay, when you live in Brooklyn, you have Brooklyn and you have Manhattan.
Right.
You have both, because you're going to be in Manhattan almost every other day.
Right.
Like all the time, you're going to be in Manhattan. When you live in Manhattan, Brooklyn doesn't even exist.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Unless you got like family and stuff there. Yeah, you know.
I mean,
Good
you're
observation,
just
Poppy.
in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So it expands your world if you go move back to Brooklyn.
But the thing is, too, when you, like one of my friends, she moved from Fifth Avenue to Brooklyn for like, because she was renting a place out for like a year or whatever. But she was like, all her friends never visited her in Brooklyn
Why would they?
because they would not come there. It's like they
I know.
came all the time to her house over here in Manhattan.
Yeah.
But once she went to Brooklyn, she's like, nobody came by and saw me.
It's nice, Brooklyn.
It's lovely.
Plus, I'm living in like a gentrified area with
But-
lots of families and stuff. Yeah, I know that's bad, I guess, but I'm just saying.
They
Like,
threw my grandmama out.
I'm sorry.
They did?
Like,
No.
I mean, it's just what I mean by that is it's like young families.
It's a hip
just-
place, yeah,
it's
yeah.
very peaceful.
Right.
You know,
But
what
that's
I
like
mean?
the Upper East Side is like that, too.
Right.
It's like laid back and
A lot
more.
of New York is like
Yeah.
that. I mean,
People don't understand that it's so many subcultures and like sub neighborhoods that make up New York
Right.
that you can be 2 blocks away from something else and it'll be a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love about it.
The energy of just doing like nighttime walks and just like, you know, there's just, I don't know, it's empty.
Yeah, but you know, everybody can't take those nighttime walks. We grown men, but you know, Asians getting chased, women getting chased.
That's true.
So
That's
I
true.
always, when I walk at night, I love the city at night. I love
know.
riding my bike at night, but I know
Yeah.
that I'm good if I do that. Only people I fear is the cops,
Yeah.
not the crooks.
But I actually heard you say something in an interview where you're talking about like actually the scariest person to come across in the hood is a white woman
By
walking
herself.
by herself at night.
What does this bitch know?
I thought that was funny as hell.
Patrice had a bit about that, about not throwing away his garbage. God
keep
forbid.
the receipts.
No.
Oh, it land on a
It
hand.
land
Yeah.
on a dead white
Now
girl
he's
with
the
his
Coca-Cola.
fingerprints
He the
on
Coke.
it. Yeah.
He the Coca-Cola killer because
Yeah, the Coca-Cola killer.
he's lazy.
I throw my garbage in the trash can. I don't litter.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you don't have evidence on the body.
And so you're cousins with Chris Rock and Tony Rock?
Yeah,
Is
me
that
and
right?
Tone started together. And,
Okay, that's what got you into comedy.
Yeah.
Because I heard you saying like seeing Chris bring home hot girls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'll
that was
do
one
it,
of
won't
them.
it?
Yeah, the hot girls and Albie Shore came, picked him up. Nigga, we
Really?
was in high school. We was like this. Okay, we doing this.
Albie Shore did?
Albie, he was on tour with Albie Shore.
Wow.
When Albie Shore was Albie Shore.
Right.
And all the girls would be like this. Y'all can introduce us to Albie Shore? I'll be like this. Yeah.
Wait, it's a side question. Is Albie Shore's real name Albie Shore?
No, I'm sure
it
it's
can't
not.
be,
Not at
right?
all. I think it
I'll
might be
Google
Al.
it.
That
Might
can't
be.
be.
It's definitely Al and maybe Al
The B Shore? I know.
The Shore, he like.
Absolutely not.
Anyway, never thought that before. Just always took it for that's the guy's name. All right, that's crazy.
But yeah,
So-
it was exciting just to see that and then see Chris, how Chrissy just worked on his craft. So, we was always comedy nerds from fucking 8 years old.
Albert Joseph Brown III.
Albert Joseph Brown III.
So yeah, I'll be sure he did good with that. Doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. You can change your name. A name matters.
Yeah.
You can change it to a cool name. Robert Zimmerman changed it to Bob Dylan. Robert Zimmerman was pretty cool anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you.
But Zimmerman got ruined by that dude in Florida, didn't it?
Oh, probably.
Recently.
Yeah, recently.
Dylan was
With the
good
Trayvon.
for 50 years.
Right. Yeah. So, and Chris Rock, that's his real name?
Yeah. Rock
Tony
is right.
Rock.
Yep.
What a name.
Yeah.
Man. And your name is your real name,
Yes,
too.
Small.
Sherrod Small.
Yes. My middle name is Isn't.
Isn't?
No, sir.
Oh.
I wrote that joke in second grade.
I get it.
Yeah.
I got it.
I got the dry humper girl over that joke.
Really? It worked?
It worked.
How many times did it work?
I've been using it since second grade.
A lot. It's worked a lot.
Yeah, I'll say. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Did it work last night? That's my next question. No, so
Yeah, last night was fun. Yeah,
really.
Yeah, it was great.
God, you're having way more fun in life than I am. I can tell you that right now. I'm totally sober, dude.
Oh, you're totally sober. How long
Totally
you been sober?
It's been like a month now.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not that
You're brand
long.
new to it.
So I was like on this tip like not that long ago. So
Okay.
I'm not high stepping over here.
Okay.
There's no high stepping going on.
So only a month. You've been. What happened a month ago that you said I need a month to fucking?
Well, a lot's going on in my life.
Here we go.
You know, so
I'm asking for a friend.
asking for a friend things, you know, and so yeah, it was actually I wasn't like drinking or taking hard drugs, but I was on this kava kratom thing. Have you ever heard of kava and kratom?
What the hell is that?
Oh my
Buddy
God.
cops?
It's weird. It's like this root drink thing, and there's some kava bars around, and actually a lot of recovery people wind up going there because it gives you the illusion that you're getting fucked up where you're not really.
It's not alcohol.
But you kind of are.
What is it? Because
You
it's
end
a
up
liquid?
yeah, it's like
A root beverage.
It's a root beverage.
Okay, it's
yeah.
like Jamaican thing?
Can you look it up real
Yeah,
quick?
I forget.
I
It's
should
from
know.
one of
I've
the
spent
islands.
thousands
Yeah,
and thousands of dollars
It
on
has
this
it
stuff.
fucks you up a little bit,
It
but
fucks
it's
you up a
no
little bit.
alcohol, no drugs.
It's definitely worth checking out.
I gotta check it out.
You should check it out.
Interesting. So what is it? Like the root that's doing the fungus? Is the fungus in it?
It's like a root.
It's a plant.
It's a plant root, and kratom is like from the coffee family.
Okay.
It's a
But
crop from
kratom-
the Pacific Islands named
Yeah.
kava.
And,
Okay.
and kratom is like opiate addicts go to kratom, and like you can get a habit with kratom. So I had a habit with it.
With kratom.
With kratom.
Now, what does kratom look like?
And kratom, it was like a drink of tea, or you can take it in pills, or it comes in powder.
okay.
It's like every which way but loose.
Okay.
Anyway, I just like I was like I gotta stop doing this. Like it was like one of those things where smoking weed all the time and just like I just wasn't feeling where my life was going.
I hear you.
So I went like extra sober. Did some fasting, lots of prayer.
I
I've
hear
been
that.
doing the running and all that.
And what does kratom make you feel like? Like what is it?
It can do all kinds of things. It can give you energy. Like it actually is a good like pre-workout thing if you take a certain amount, or it can like completely like zen you out too. Like if you take a lot of it. Like
Or
it
do
can,
nothing at
it
all.
can have like an opiate effect. So,
Wow.
And there's there's this one place, Kava Sutra in the East Village. You should go check that place out. Shout out Kava Sutra. Although
You forgot to mention two things. One,
What?
it's disgusting. It tastes terrible.
Oh, does it?
And it's expensive.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
expensive.
Like how expensive?
Like, dude, I would spend
$10 a drink.
No, I would go there. I would spend like $100 a day. Like
Really?
Better to get Coke.
like every day. Like it's the most expensive drug habit I've ever had, and I've had some habits. Like,
So what?
It's like, no, it's like
It's curious.
and it barely gets you like, and you're going like, why do I keep doing this? And
Right.
yet it's so weirdly addictive.
Really?
It's weird.
It's not the experience of going to a bar that's associated
It's
with
that
it.
too, and there's a good group of people there.
Right. So it's a
Interesting-
social thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It brings interesting people in, and
Right.
you get into like these interesting conversations, and there's no real hangover from it,
Really? Okay.
which is nice. That part's good.
And where's it coming in from? Like who makes it? Is it American or it's like somewhere?
Polynesia? What is it?
Polynesian
Yeah, from
thing. So
Pacific
South Pacific.
Islands,
Okay.
yeah.
Pacific Islands. And
Tonga. I had a whole ex-girlfriend who lived in Tonga. She
And
was
they-
from there. She was hot as fuck.
Really?
Oh,
Tell me about her.
she was hot. I met her in D.C. She was slim. Her whole family was big motherfuckers, but she was slim and just golden.
Really?
Skin was just gold.
What happened to
Soft.
her?
I mean, this is like
Still
right
got her
after
number?
college. We've been running. I'd say all like in Vegas, maybe a few years ago.
Is she on the gram? Asking for a friend.
Yes, I'm sure she is. But yeah, she was hot.
I'm an incel, by the way. That's
Yeah.
an involuntary celibate. That's my new.
Okay, you're going through a lot this month. So busy month.
Okay, so I'll Be Sure's coming over, and you're watching Chris sort of blow up, and he goes from kind of nerdy cat, like that's maybe slightly annoying, to all of a sudden he's blowing up and becoming a star, and you're going like, oh my God, this is the thing.
Oh yeah, this is the thing.
How old were you? How old were you then?
Maybe like 11, 12.
Wow,
I remember
so
one time
young.
we went to like a celebrity basketball game with Chrissy at it was at St. John's. Me and Tone went with him, and that really sealed the deal for us because it was this. Girls galore. First of all, we young, you're like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. And like Big Daddy Kane was there. He came up to Chrissy. They shaking hands. Some girl touched Big Daddy Kane's hand with her finger like, I touched his hand. And this is a hot girl going ape shit. Me and Tone was like, it ain't nowhere in the world we not doing this for a living.
Is that when he had that hit, I Go to Work?
Yeah, he had that out there. Yeah.
Man, I got into
Smooth Operator had just came out, and Chrissy was in that video, in that music video, and that's why
What?
him and Biggie, yeah, he's in a
That's
barbershop
funny.
chair in Smooth Operator video with Big
Was
Daddy
he
Kane.
living in your building? Is that when you?
No,
said
when?
you and Chris when you were growing up.
We
was
lived
it
in separate houses on the same block,
on the same block.
but we was
Oh,
always in each other's. Yeah.
got it.
I got into a car accident in high school with I Go to Work, like, you know, Big Daddy. I think it's Big Daddy Kane. I go to work like a doctor,
yeah.
train the brain and made to outfox you. That one is that Big Daddy Kane?
That's Kumo D.
Oh, that's Kumo D, right?
Kumo.
Anyway,
He had beef with
I flipped my car and that song was playing, and then I'm like sitting there upside down in my car and that song is still playing. I go to work. I'll never forget that. Anyway,
Where
I
was
guess I
this? In the
forgot
city?
In Ohio.
In Ohio.
I'm from Ohio. Yeah.
Okay, where in Ohio?
Akron.
How do you flip your car?
Over a guardrail.
You went over the guardrail,
Over the guardrail, yeah. Actually, my ex-girlfriend was driving. I was in the passenger seat.
just arguing with her.
Not really. We were on our way to a
Was it an Eminem video?
basically, yeah. We were on our way to a concert in Cleveland, and it was like snowing. It snows like 9 months out of the year there, and then like she went off to this like, oh no, we had to take a leak, and she pulled over to like take a leak just on the side of the
At
highway.
90 miles an hour.
Probably at like 80 miles per hour, and then hit ice on the side, and just like we just went right over a guardrail and flipped.
That's
Yeah,
bananas.
we were drinking, all kinds of crazy shit. Then all of a sudden, people like came and like thought we were gonna be dead, but we like crawled out. Cops and paramedics were on their way. I like went back in the upside down car and grabbed all like even though I was in high school, I was on the case. I like grabbed all the empties and beer. I'm throwing them in the a bag, and then I like take it
Wiping
out.
down
I run up the hill. I throw them over the ledge, and I come back. The paramedics are there, and then there's a few left. I see. I go back in. I grab them. I put them in a bag, and then the cops were like, "Hey, you come here." Everybody else went to the paramedics.
Right.
They put me in the back of the squad car,
Right.
and I like had this bag full of empties
With you?
with me, but I like left them right before I got in
Under
the
the
squad
seat,
car.
under the seat.
No, just on the side of the road. And then I watched the cop interview me about what happened. Then he's walking to the paramedics to get their story to see
Right.
if it matched up. And I watch him like slowly walk by the bag and like look at it. I'm like, keep walking. And he doesn't. He like gets it, looks in the bag, and I'm like, fuck.
That's not mine. That's not mine.
Anyway.
And then what happened? Did your white justice save you?
Did you get arrested?
Did that white privilege get you out of there?
But you weren't driving. You could
Honestly,
drink.
I think it did.
Yeah.
I honestly did. I do think it did get us out of there because, like, we didn't really get in any trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, but nobody else was we didn't hit anybody or anything like that.
I would have got arrested. I would have got a parking ticket and a speeding ticket. Figure
Yeah.
that out.
Why is your car on the side of the road
It's
upside
illegally
down?
parked. You can't park upside down.
Yeah, I don't think we really got into any trouble for that.
Wow.
I mean, but
Joyride, yeah.
But in the end, all he found was 2 like empties in a bag, so there
Right,
wasn't
right.
really much he could do.
Right.
Because I had gotten rid of everything else before they had come. But yeah.
And she was driving.
And she was driving.
That saved you too.
That saved us too.
Was she hot?
Now, after
Yeah.
y'all crashed, did y'all pee on yourselves? Because she had to go to the bathroom in the first place. So if I'm upside down, I'm like this. Fuck it, I'm gonna let it go now. I might as well.
Right. Yeah. No, I would nowadays. Then I was afraid of pee.
Holy shit! It sounds like it comes with dark stories. He's like, back then I was afraid of pee. Then you looked off in the distance. Somebody hurt him.
Oh yeah. You don't know the half of it, bro. Okay, so Chris and Albie Shore and Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy.
And then, but how did you start working on your craft? Did you start going and seeing him and seeing what he was putting together and how he was doing it?
Yeah,
and go like,
we used to go to like the whenever we could. Like Chris would take him to the comic strip if he had like an early show or whatever. But yeah, like times like that we saw him, and we saw him like on video when we saw him on TV, and he had like he videotaped all his sets and audio taped all his sets. So we would listen to that shit in the house with nobody around, just me and Tone.
Wow.
For years, and we looked at like Lucian from the comic strip and Richie Tinkin. These motherfuckers were like superheroes to us. Like we looked at these motherfuckers like they played for the Knicks. Like
Right.
these are the dudes who own the club. We was like, fucking comedy club owners.
Yeah.
Like to this day, even though they passed, but it still meant a lot to us as kids because we were really into it.
Now, isn't that amazing to like I feel like the new generation doesn't have these kind of same dreams as much as we did back in our day.
I think they do, but we just don't know what they are. Because I talked to my daughter about it, and she has people she look up to, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is. But,
right.
yeah, good for you.
Okay, good.
So I think we all have our own things.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. But it's so great. Like, I think if kids knew that if they had that kind of passion or that kind of spark, that you've already won.
Yeah.
Like that's what that's what winning is, having that desire, because some people don't even have that desire.
Yeah. You gotta find that fire and find that passion. And
absolutely.
Fucking fight for it.
Yeah. And it does. I mean, like it's like you could joke like, oh yeah, seeing Chris with the hot girls, but it
was all about the jokes, really. It was all about the craft.
But it does also that the sexual thing is the engine of everything.
Yeah.
Like if you can align that sexual energy with like your passion. Now I'm gonna go like all like semen retention on you, but like it's a big deal.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like Nikola Tesla. He was a voluntary celibate. Like he was like a cool dude back in the day, but he was like, nope, I'm just gonna like work on my like passion and stuff like that.
Was he working on a dick machine? That's why he
probably
didn't use his dick. He was like, one day I'll break through with lightning. And
but I mean, did he?
I'm voluntarily celibate right now because I don't want.
He made that thing that sparks purple things like everywhere. Like that's like a big cosmic dick if you think about it. It's like
he was building it,
going crazy. He was building,
coming all over everything.
Basically, he was like, if I build it, they will come.
There you go. There you go.
Full circle.
That car accident didn't take everything from him. Still got it.
So like, when was the first time you started getting on stage and doing it?
I did it one time in Baltimore that I liked it because I was down there before I came back home. So I did it one time down there. Then I called Tone. Tony was still in New York. I was like, I'm coming home. We starting comedy.
Wait,
like,
you were in Baltimore?
I was still in Baltimore. I had just got out of college.
Oh, okay.
I had a store down there called Materialistic. I opened with a couple of my friends.
What did that sell?
It was great. We sold like a whole bunch of, because everybody down there was coming to school from New York, Philly, and all that. So we used to all go home to shop, get jeans and shit like that. So we was like, let's open a store right up near the school, and that shit fucking took off.
Oh, nice.
It was a couple blocks from the school, and everybody would just come there to get the clothes that they would go home to get.
Right. So you would get like good like city things that would like nod to them, people that want to be in the city type of
the pants, the Parasucos, all that, all the things that people want to Guess jeans and fucking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
we sell gold teeth. I would sell slaves if they let us.
Could be arranged.
You sold gold teeth?
Gold teeth. I did the moldings.
Wow.
All that from a whole bunch of motherfuckers downtown Baltimore.
Grills? Or?
Yeah, grills. Yeah. Have to do the moldings, had them bite down. These hood dudes like this. Bite. Bite down.
Are they still a thing?
Oh yeah, are they still
Madonna
a thing? You go to
got
Houston
some a couple of years ago.
I have a friend who's like she designs those too,
Yeah.
like, for people. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to get some of those one of these days.
Maybe get some that you can take out. Some you can take in.
Yeah,
some are permanent. You can't get out.
Yeah, maybe it's too much.
But you can take it out so your grandmama won't be angry.
Yeah, well, she's passed, but there you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's what happened.
Well, then you can live your life now.
Now I can live my life. Yeah. Man, so you were like a businessman right away too.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I think it came from my parents.
And what did they do?
Well, my mother was an educator for years. My father was a mechanic. My mother was a professor and a second grade teacher for like 30 years.
Wow.
She kicked ass.
And did you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, 2 older sisters.
2 older sisters. Yeah. Oh, okay.
And they both accomplished bitches.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Well, one was she worked for law enforcement, and one does child protection in New York City.
Oh, okay.
She runs a whole fucking department of people saving kids.
Wow. So what is she thinking about all the defund the police thing, the one that works in law enforcement?
Yeah, she said, yeah, defund them. We don't need tanks on 34th Street.
Right.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
We don't need military gear.
Right. Yeah.
That don't make you a better cop.
Right.
So, yeah, we don't need the shit that they had in Desert Storm.
Right.
In Harlem.
Right.
Or anywhere else in America.
No, some police departments
it's ridiculous.
stocked up on stuff like that, yeah.
You see these armored vehicles, it's like, what are you doing? What
Right.
are you doing?
Right.
Who do you work for?
Yeah.
Not us.
Well, I agree with that. But like a lot of people think the defund the police thing is about like taking away the police.
No, of course not.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
a silly
It's
person's
not-
thought.
but a lot of people.
Like, who don't want the
narrative
police?
is that.
Exactly.
Because that's how people try to spin it, because
Right.
that's ignorant. Even when you get to the meat and potatoes of that, it's like, that don't make sense. Who
doesn't-
says, get all the cops out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But so nobody's saying that?
No one's saying that.
Okay.
No one is saying that. We said, take the tanks from them.
Okay, the tanks.
Take the bazookas away from them.
I'm down with that.
Keep the cameras on.
I'm behind that. Keep the cameras.
One SWAT team for
lose,
emergencies.
lose the bazookas.
Lose the bazooka. All this money.
I'm all good with that. I'm on team lose the bazooka.
We don't need tactical gear. Remember, SWAT was one dude, like one team of dudes.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we watched
yeah.
SWAT as a kid,
Right.
And the regular cops look like cops.
Yeah.
Then SWAT came in with military shit.
Right.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
There's one backup.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Everybody SWAT? No, we don't need that.
Yeah. It could get scary quick. I'm all for not having a police state. Because I heard like in Canada the cops are like coming in, the military's
On
coming in
horses.
from like the COVID thing and all that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know enough to speak on it, but I just heard like a little weird glimmer of that, like cops in Canada. It's going weird there.
They're getting more aggressive. Everybody is. You
getting
see the
weird.
shit is falling apart in Colombia right now.
Yeah.
Because the government, they try to do this tax that the people didn't want in the first place. They trying to make up for money that they lost during COVID, but people are poor right now. So it's like, what are you doing? Who
Yeah,
are you
they
taking that
don't
money
have
from?
it.
Right.
So now they pull back that fucking that
Right.
suggestion, but people are still like, fuck y'all anyway. We rioted. Good for them.
Yeah.
And police brutality. But George Floyd, people don't understand how much George Floyd sparked change around the globe.
That's true.
As far as police practices are concerned.
Yeah.
It's like when you see people mention this shit in like Korea or fucking India, like George Floyd, we got George Floyd related stuff. It's like, yeah, it's happening to everybody.
That's true. Yeah. That's,
All that noise is a delivery to our listeners. Sorry.
Oh, man,
There's a
that's us
alcohol.
reenacting the
That's
car
Sherrod's
flipping.
alcohol coming in down the stairs.
So you got your business sensibility from your folks, you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I think so.
Hard work ethic.
Yeah, yeah.
Right on.
Build it, they will come.
They
ethic.
they instilled it.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
And are they still together? Are they still
No,
around?
my mother passed away like 3 years ago.
Sorry.
So yeah, that was rough. But it's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Cancer.
I'm sorry.
Cancer is a bitch.
Yeah.
But she, I got a long time with her. I got fucking 40 some odd years with her. So, but it's never easy.
No, it's not easy. This is such a weird life. Lately, I've been waking up going like, man, life is not forever, man. You better get after it.
Yeah,
Like, and these are the craziest times.
it is.
What about your dad?
Your
Is he
dad
still around?
Yeah, he's still around. He's still in Brooklyn, but he moved down to Virginia. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, like right before the pandemic.
Yeah. Did your mom get a chance to see your comedy and how you
Oh
were
yeah,
involved as
oh
a human
yeah.
and all that?
She saw all the comedy. She got to see about 20 years of it.
Right.
So she got to see the comedy, got to be proud, got to see me on a lot of TV stuff, a lot of movie stuff.
Yeah, you've done so much, man.
Yeah.
You do a lot of like
Too much.
You do producing. Like, what do you think of that? Do you ever think like, because you know how they say like you should focus on one thing at the
Yeah.
exclusion of everything else and become the greatest at that, or what about like, or versus like doing a lot of things like?
I think if you got a muscle for it, work it.
Right.
If you got the muscle for it, work it. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't want to overwhelm yourself with things because you want to, be good at what you do. But
Right.
I don't think you got to concentrate on one area, one
Yeah.
technique. I think you're cheating yourself if you do that.
Right.
You don't have a plan A, which you focus most of your thing, and then plan B, like the side project thing?
No, I just try to hit it all at the same speed.
All of it.
All of it. I mean, I'm here, so what the fuck? Yeah, I try to hit it all at the same speed. I just try to, if I'm doing it, I try to do it all the way.
Right.
I don't try to half step it because there's no time for it. I had times when I did that a lot. So you learn from your mistakes.
It's true, and even I've found like what I've defined as half stepping it has changed.
Right.
Like I used to think I was giving it my all,
right,
and I don't think I really was. Like, you know what I mean?
I know that. Yes,
you know that feeling
when you look back and like this. I could have did more.
Like, what was I thinking? Like,
but when you're in a mix of it, you go like this. It's so much I'm doing.
I know,
but there's always more you can do. There's always more you can do.
Well, your blind spot is your own like sort of subconscious like self-saboteur. You don't really know that person until you get older and you sort of see that evil twin villain keep revealing his head and you're like, oh, it's you again.
That's why I never worry about my cousin Tony Rock because his fuel, he runs off of revenge.
Oh, really?
Not only just revenge from other people, revenge of himself, doubting himself.
Right.
So he never runs out of fuel.
Yeah.
I never worry about that motherfucker going like this. I don't know if I want to do this no more. Never.
Right. He runs off of revenge.
He runs off revenge. And most of it's just his own fucking thoughts saying you can't or maybe this can't. And he's like, I'll show you.
Right.
He's got a I'll show you attitude.
Mm-hmm. That's powerful though. That can be a powerful force.
Endless.
For sure.
Endless river of fuel.
Yeah. It's true, man. What is it about human beings? Like we want to like some of us just have no quit in us at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have?
I have that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like that.
You're like that
I'm like
too?
that. I'm a fighter to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like your first time doing it, what was that like?
It was lovely. So, it was nerve-wracking, but once you get on stage and it's like this, okay, now it makes sense.
Right.
When you're looking at it from down there, you're like, what it's going to be like, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to... But once you get it, it's like this, oh, okay. Right. The shit fits.
Yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah, yes.
And how much of it was pre-written versus what you're just making up on the top?
I'll say it's about maybe 60-40, 70-30, depends on the set.
70% written?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I try to make it organic to the room, but I also always got to get back to my stuff. My materials is number one.
Right.
So you try to make it look organic. They don't know what's what. The crowd is like this. I think you made everything up.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you ever have gigs where it's just like you're just on and you're just improvising most of the gig?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then do you get those like, have you ever had those gigs and it's been amazing, but then no one was recording it, and then you had to like try to remember, like, hey, what was all this stuff? And
and
there's like a hot girl hitting on you, but you're like, wait, hold on, I need to like write down. Remember. But
sometimes
then
later
you're
on,
distracted because there's a girl.
There's a girl.
Does that ever happen?
Oh, definitely. That's why most of the clubs you can tape, or you can have your audio taper.
Everyone records.
Yeah. You got to tape your shit because otherwise you'll miss it. You wake up in the middle of the night like, oh, that's how I said it, and then it'd be wrong.
Right, like the Mitch Hedberg joke. Like when I'm going to sleep in the middle of the night, I'll think of something funny, and I either have to get up and write it down or convince myself that it wasn't funny.
Yeah, I miss Mitch so bad.
You knew him?
Yes, that's my boy.
Really?
Yes, I know his wife too.
Dude, what was he like, man?
Mitch was just the kindest dude, man.
Seemed like a really cool dude.
Sweet dude. Just
I'm a
gentle.
big fan. Yeah.
It's just you knew Earth wasn't. Yeah, from the clubs, from the Comedy Cellar and all that.
You know who
perform
he
with him every
is?
night.
I know who he is.
He's like one-liner guy, like Stephen Wright, but like more alternative.
I spoke to his wife like
so how did
a month
he
ago.
come up? What was his trajectory?
Who, Mitch?
Yeah, Comedy Cellar to...
He just did comedy clubs. Yeah, he was just doing clubs around the country. But he was in the city doing a bunch of clubs too,
Yeah.
But yeah, Mitch was just his own unique thing. But it had to take, it was times when people were like this, that motherfucker ain't funny.
Right.
And then you listen to it, you go like, oh shit, this nigga's a beast. But I always knew he was a beast. He was just a beast.
Yeah, but in a certain kind of way, he could come off as like sneaky funny, like.
Yeah, it's not easy to write like that.
Right.
And you don't. It's like he trimmed. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
that's okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's all right.
Somebody's fucking a water buffalo in the back.
I wish it was me. No, I'm just kidding.
But Mitch found his thing. He cut words off. Some comics artists will fucking throw the most words on it just to fucking scramble things up.
Right.
It's like, get that shit out the way.
Yeah.
That's how he wrote. He cut the fat off of it.
Writing a poem and taking out words to see how well it will go before it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was funny as hell, man.
The silences, I learned a lot from him. Just silence between stuff. It's like that's the most powerful time on stage, like between words.
Mm-hmm.
And
Why is that?
Because it's just because you control the ebb and flow of it. So words we all share, but you gotta the timing of it is the pauses and the fucking where you stop and let something breathe before you hit it with something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's really where it is. That's really where the shit is.
Do you ever think about how powerful words are?
Oh yeah, it's just a bunch of grunts and exhales and
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
How powerful words are.
Just
and
because
how,
it means something.
and how if you allow yourself to write, you're basically giving yourself power.
Yeah, and therapy.
And therapy, yeah.
Get it out.
It's crazy.
The shit's just stacking up inside of you.
Have you ever gone through long periods where you didn't write and then gave it back to yourself to write and were like, oh my God?
Yeah, not in a while, but yeah. Well, I just like write about different things.
Mm-hmm.
They'll switch up shit, but yeah.
Yeah.
I write a lot of bullet points, but sometimes when I do long form, it's like, okay, this is more like, I can't do that every day, but when I do it, it's relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You do bullet point, meaning like what, one-liner type things?
1, 2 lines so I can get back to something, and I know how to add things to it and see what happens from that. Then I make it longer.
Right on.
But with comedians and material as opposed to musicians, your old material is it like not gone, but you like, I can't go back to it, like
Some
an
of
old
it.
song where you want to play it. Oh, let me dig up that old song from the catalog. You can't go back to your old jokes, or can you?
Oh, well, on the road and stuff you can. Not for like television you can. You mean like,
So
if, like
when
we
you go to a
taping
different
specials.
city,
Oh, yeah.
you use your cellar material from 10 years ago that maybe
Some-
nobody saw.
I might use some of that,
Do
yeah.
you have it archived at home?
Yeah, I have it archived at home, and I got it archived in my brain. I got it on my computer. I got notebooks galore.
Okay, so you have it all.
Yeah,
But
I got it all.
once you put it on TV, it's done. Or once
done.
You,
Once you
you
put
make
it-
a special.
Even if you put it on Instagram, it's done.
Oh, really?
Because you can't use like jokes from Instagram on an HBO special or
Right.
Netflix special.
No.
That material's already out there.
Right.
So they'll go through that to make sure that you ain't putting that on a special. So once you put it to the public, nigga, it's done.
Right.
It was like taped,
Yeah.
and a lot of eyes get on it. Now, I know some people who will scrub things off the internet and then try to change the joke up and add it to specials. I've seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
But you definitely got to be aware of that. That once it's on Instagram or Facebook, money,
Yeah.
the networks like this, we don't want that.
Right on. And then, so from Baltimore, you came to New York, or you came back to
home,
New York,
yeah.
back to New York, and how long did it take you to get into the Comedy Cellar and all that?
It took me 6 months before I got past to the cellar.
That's pretty
That's
quick,
it?
right?
Yeah, that's quick as fuck.
How's
That's really
that
cool.
possible?
You can't even do that now.
Right.
But yeah, I started doing comedy. Me and Tone started in like July of
You guys
98.
started together.
Yep.
Yeah.
July 98. And then, I got past the cellar in January. But I was doing shows every fucking night, me and Tom. We was doing bringer shows, open
Right.
mics, every night, several shows. I had to
Right.
fucking join new acting classes because I ran out of people to bring to bringer shows.
Oh,
I had
really?
to meet new people.
the bringers
I was
where
on a
it's
subway
like-
like this. Hey, how you doing? You like comedy? Come to a show. Hey, nice skirt.
Right.
Just to get people in the room.
Honest question.
Yeah.
Look at yourself back in '98 when you got after 6 months into the cellar.
Yeah.
Were you funny?
Yes.
Okay.
I was funny. They would have, yeah, I was funny. But I wasn't like, I wasn't what I am now, of course. But I knew the structure of it. And I knew how to make a crowd
You
laugh.
cracked the matrix. You
Yes.
knew.
I know how to be a little edgy. And I fucking put that set together. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna just work that set. And I was working at the comic strip and all that. So once me and Tone hit the cellar, we auditioned on the same night, back to back, and we both passed.
That's amazing.
But it was, but we never even, I never came to the Comedy Cellar before I got past there. I wouldn't hang out there. I wouldn't do none of that. I didn't want to go there until I was on stage there.
Why?
I just didn't. I just didn't want it. Me and Tom, we stayed
Yeah.
at the Boston Comedy Club around the corner. But until we got past, and like when everybody was go around the corner to their spot to the cellar, we'd be like, this after audition. Because I want my first impression from me to be my audition in front of you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want you judging me from nothing else.
Right. Or even get it in your head like
What
this is
my
like
shit
some
is.
kind of monstrous
Right.
thing to deal with. Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
I stayed clear, passed, and I was there every fucking day. First week, I got like 12 spots.
That's incredible. How long did it take you to find your own voice? Like, how were you
Still looking for it.
Yeah. I feel you on that. But who were your like biggest influences back then?
A lot. I guess, Chris Rock, and then David Tale and Colin Quinn, of course.
Why,
Keith
of course?
Robinson. Well, I've known Colin since I was like 11, too. So Colin's always been around. We always looked up to Colin because he used to work at the comic strip. He used to be a bartender at the comic strip. I was like 9 or 10 when we first met Colin. He used to be the only white dude who came to Brooklyn with Chrissy because he lived in Brooklyn. And Colin, we used to see Colin. He used to be the only white dude other than the mailman, nigga, who came in our yard. And that's the fucking truth.
That's funny.
I went to his wedding. I know Colin's family.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I heard you say that like Colin was like they used to say that Attell took Colin's.
Oh yeah, they
thing
had
at
yeah.
first.
I remember.
Did you
Yeah.
hear this?
Yeah.
Back in the day,
but it's funny because I was doing a deep dive the last couple of days on the whole Carlos Mencia thing because he was just on Bobby's podcast.
Okay.
Like
Bobby Kelly?
Carlos Mencia was on. Who was the Bobby? He's got the Tiger Belly podcast.
Oh, Bobby Lee.
Yeah, Bobby,
Bobby
Lee.
Lee, yeah.
And they
Really? I
revisited
didn't
that
see that.
whole thing.
Yeah.
And then
I gotta check that out.
And then I heard what you said about Colin, and Mencia had a lot of valid points this time around. This last interview,
I'm sure he did. Yeah.
from like 2 weeks ago, where he was like, I kind of don't know what was going on, but that whole borrowing material, this, that, or the other, even what you said about the scariest thing is a white girl, and you said who said that, and then I was like, wait, Patrice said that before, and there's so many similarities.
Yeah, and
it's just
Chappelle said it
brutal
before,
with you guys. It's just like what came first, the chicken or the egg?
But you know who's taking what. Now everybody borrows things.
Borrows.
We get that.
Yeah.
But when you doing this long enough, you know the difference between borrow and steal.
Right.
You know the difference.
Yeah, but they say
you know the feeling it gives you.
Yeah, that's true. They say a great artist steals though, and a bad artist borrows, because borrowing means you haven't hidden the source.
Right.
If you really steal
Right.
it, then you've hidden the source.
Right. Right.
You covered the track.
You buried the lead.
So Mencia or whatever, I guess, borrowed that shit. That's the problem. He didn't steal it enough.
Well, he claims he didn't, but yeah.
Okay, but I'm just saying as
Yeah.
a point. I
Yeah.
don't have a pony in that race, so I
Yeah.
don't really care. I don't
But
know. the
do
whole
do
thing,
you
but-
have that when you hear a song and you're like, fuck, that's my chord progression. I wrote that, and you have the same, or you're like, oh, that's just.
I don't
it's
really
common.
care. Recently there was a song that my manager clocked as one of my songs that was like a Kylie Minogue hit or whatever, and then he played it for me, and then he like outside of me knowing, he had like a musicologist
Look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that guy came back and said, yeah, that you have a case here.
Really?
Yeah. Like, and I didn't care. And then, so I just didn't care. I was like, whatever. I can hear what you're thinking.
Right.
I it made sense. Like, there was definitely a relationship, and maybe there was an influence there for
Right.
sure. Probably
But they
was.
could have come up with it on their own.
Anyway, so he did this, and so I was like, okay. And he was like, I think we got a case, and I was like, okay, go for it. I guess it was more just like,
Just leave me alone. Do what you want.
And then the songwriter who wrote the song reached out to me personally,
Right.
after and just started coming at me like, you're crazy. Like, he got aggressive towards me, and he didn't really realize it wasn't really coming from me.
Right.
Like, I was
Yeah.
just like, and then when he started getting aggro at me, I was like, well, dude, like, it does sound like it.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
it's like you're acting like you
It's
don't
way
know
off.
what. It's way off. It's not way. And then that kind of got my back up a little bit.
Okay.
But I just couldn't sustain the engagement of
Right,
it.
yeah.
I finally appealed to my manager, like, can we just let this go? I don't want this battle.
It's not worth it.
Bad
It's just
press.
not worth
It's not
it.
worth it.
It's not worth it. Like, what am I going to... Maybe I make some money or something, but I could just as easily invest in crypto.
When it comes to stealing, like getting your material stolen, Chrissy always told me and Tony, just keep writing.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Your
Right.
only defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep writing.
How often do you write?
Every day I write something.
Oh, really?
Pretty much.
you
Even
like-
if it's one word, I can go back to it and write some shit out.
Yeah. Well, one word is the hardest, man.
Yeah.
If you, like, give yourself... Like, it's getting that first word.
Yeah.
It's getting into the zone of writing.
Yeah.
It's weird how it goes away if you don't perpetuate it.
Yeah, that's why the stage is so important to perform all the time, because I think as far as stand-up, we do a lot of writing on stage. You know what I'm saying? And this whole last year has been fucking brutal.
I want to be a comedian, man.
Do it.
I want to do it.
Get on stage.
Am I too old?
No, it's never too old.
Okay.
You know Louis Black? You heard of Louis Black, right?
Hell yeah.
He started at like 50.
Oh, that's how old I am almost.
So there you go.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna start, because I do know crowd work, and I do crowd work because I perform music,
right?
But I always just have music to go back on,
right?
But now more and more, it's just about comedy in between.
Yeah.
But then I always have a song I can go into.
You have a safety blanket.
I need to get rid of the safety blanket, but I feel like a comedian's safety blanket is your written body of work.
Yeah.
That's your safety blanket,
Yeah,
and
it
then
should
you
be,
go
yeah.
off into the crowd work. Or you just go into the improv land, and,
Yep.
and then if you get into deep waters, you go like, let me just
Back to the material.
Back to the material.
Yep.
That's it,
That's
right?
it. That's it. That's fucking it.
That's it. So, okay,
See how far you can swim offshore? I'll be like, oh, I got to go back to my shore.
Yeah.
Can we ask just about the stealing material? If you're a starting comic, you obviously bring onto the stage all your influences, so you're going to sound like other people.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
So
Sounding like people is not a problem.
Yeah.
Because you launch from somewhere.
Yeah.
But ending up like somebody, that's a problem.
That's a problem. Now, musically, I'll lean into my influences. Like, I'll sound extra David Bowie on purpose, like sometimes.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's a sign of confidence that I know I have my own thing.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I'm so confident in my own thing, I'm going to on purpose sound extra David Bowie.
Yes. Yeah, I get it.
Like, that's my logic behind it. Like,
get
it's
it.
almost like a flex to me.
Yeah, that's how Jay-Z do it when he do a Biggie lyric.
Right. It's like it's a reverse flex.
Yes.
It's like, I'm so confident that I'm me, I'm going to go ahead and try to be.
Yeah.
You know I'm trying to be this person, but I'm so me, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter, because you enjoy seeing me be whoever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's still me.
And is that still in your honor?
Wait. A question to the two of you because of the parallels, which I just thought of. If a musician wants to go on stage, like, okay, I'm going to cover David Bowie, and he does a David Bowie song. How does it differ from a comedian saying, okay, I'm going to tell a Bill Cosby joke now, and you guys are going to laugh because I'm going to...
It's different.
It is
And
different.
besides that way, Carlos Mencia or whatever, not to put him...
I'm not defending
on,
him. No, yeah.
He wasn't saying, hey, this is a bit I stole off of so-and-so.
but
And plus, when you do a David Bowie song, you go like this, hey, this one's from David Bowie.
Exactly. Yeah,
play it.
exactly.
Well, you know, so if you do that on stage, you can say, hey, Patrice O'Neal said a joke with... You can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that.
You can do
Yeah,
that.
you could do that.
That's
But
what
Not
I'm
a whole
asking.
concert of it.
No, but
The
I'm
difference
saying,
would be
Oh, yeah, you
I
can
do
do
a
that.
David Bowie song and then say, well, that one I just wrote 4 weeks ago. And I love it. You know, be like, now
My wife Iman is here.
Good one. An Iman reference. Speaking of which, look at
Led
this T-shirt.
Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. Now, Led Zeppelin is a weird anomaly because, like, Stairway to Heaven, like, there's like a guy they took that from. It sounds exactly like Stairway.
identical.
It's identical. There's
But that
like
was in the
there's a few
70s.
things in Zeppelin's repertoire that is just like, oh, you clearly like dazed
that,
and
yeah.
confused. Like
Yeah.
they just took it, like
Yeah.
stole it, borrowed it. Like it's obvious where they, and yet somehow, I don't know,
And
was
how's
the
that
deal with the
different from
devil?
sampling?
It's way well. Don't get off. That's
Oh.
totally different.
Alright.
Sampling is different. Sampling is like that's different.
Okay.
They took. Maybe it's not different. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. So, what was the first time like you're on stage and you see like, was it nerve wracking like the first time like sort of Colin Quinn and Chris came
That's
and
first
saw
night.
you?
That's first night.
First night. So
First
right
week.
away. Oh,
First
okay.
week, Seinfeld drops in.
Wow.
You have to follow Ray Romano and Seinfeld. Nigga, I'm in 6 months.
Wow.
And I got to follow these dudes and host and bring them on stage. And
Wow.
who was that bum?
What
that was the
was
first
that
week.
like?
It was like an out of body experience.
Who was the most supportive of like the
All
old
of them.
school?
All of them. All of them.
Isn't that true?
All of them.
Like geniuses.
From Billy Bird to fucking
Really?
Oh, really?
Russ Maneve to fucking just everybody was Patrice. Like everybody
Yeah.
was mad supportive of. I got a lot of love. I was real blessed.
Patrice
Yeah.
ever give you shit?
Gave me shit. That's why he loved me. He
Yeah.
would come pick me up and we'd drive me back home uptown, and he'd just talk shit the whole time. Me and Patrice, I talked to that motherfucker all
What'd
the
you
time.
learn from him?
Everything.
God,
How to be an asshole. How to be smart.
I mean,
how to dissect. How to
still-
breathe and read people. How to read people.
Oh, really?
He can see right through them to the bone marrow.
How would he tell you how to read people?
Just breathe and take it in. Let them talk. Let them give you what they're giving you.
Right.
Because people picked what they give you for a reason.
Yeah.
So even what they deliver to you, you go like this, is a reason behind it.
Uh-huh.
No matter what the package is.
Right.
That motherfucker knew how to break people down.
Man, he was
That's
like
why
a
it made people
genius
uncomfortable.
at that.
Yeah, he was great.
And like the whole relationship between men and women too. He was like the first red pill master.
Because he got to be a true fat boy growing up. On the outside looking in at people having relationships.
Uh-huh.
Just like, that's how you learn guitar.
Right.
In your room by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild. That's like, do you ever think to yourself like you were there, you came up like in this sort of golden age?
Yeah. Greg Giraldo. I was with these guys every day. Tom Rhodes. Fucking.
Like, that's crazy.
It's bananas. It's not like David Tell. I used to go with David Tell and Tom Rhodes to the Stone Crow every night after my sets at the Cellar, just to hang and just listen to them talk.
I love Dave.
It's right under Dave's fucking. Every night, the Stone Crow that used to be down on on Washington or whatever, down in the Village. We used to walk around the corner. Tom Rhodes, that's when Tom was still living in New York. And it was great, man. I mean, just the late night shit at the Cellar, and like, it's just a good hang. It was just great. We were staying there for hours and hours just being around each other. That's how comedians are. We're like those robots in iRobot. When he saw them in a storage container, they was all gathered in one corner. Like they didn't spread out in a storage container. That's comedians. That was the comedy table at the back of that storage container.
When did it change in New York?
I don't think it really changed. I think it's just it's more shows. Like, comedy's bigger now. People don't want to believe that. Comedy's actually bigger in New York than it ever been. So a lot of shows turn into like just conveyor belts of shit. It's not about the show, it's about the next show.
Yeah,
And that can
more
lose
about
some.
making money
Exactly.
at the Cellar. And
Exactly.
turning the room.
Right. So it's not about the show that's going on. It's about the next show starting. So you can feel that energy when you're doing it too wrong. You know what I'm saying? You feel the rush and the push of it. It's like,
not
you don't
special.
want that. Exactly. Right. You don't want to make it McDonald's, nigga. You want to make it still something personal that people can come only there to get it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that before?
No, it was like one show or two shows at tops a night. Now it's fucking 8-9 shows.
Right.
Per club.
Right.
But, you can still find the golden stuff in there, but it's just a lot of shows.
What was it like the first time you saw Bill Burr?
Oh, it's great. Billy, I grew up doing it with Billy.
Yeah.
Billy's great. He's came into himself. He used to get a lot of fucking heat from the crowd because they used to hate him. He got the same thing that Chrissy got at him too. Like they got this. They give big push up front when they working on material, and it's gonna get a lot of heat and hate. But then once you work it, then it's gonna be like the greatest shit because you went through the rough part to get there.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Just go through people going like this. What the fuck you talking about? That ain't right. And then once you convey, and you get your shit in and get the jokes in, it was like this. The motherfucker funny, man. The thing he said about that thing, I mean, that nigga crazy.
Right.
So it's a thin line between that.
Right, like, so it's like when you're working it out, the edgier something is, the more potential upside, like
It can be.
sort of the harder to work it into like acceptable.
The heavy lifting, baby.
It's heavy lifting. I
Yes.
got a poem called Heavy Lifting.
There we go.
Yeah, man, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a process. Like, that's the process. But
Yeah.
that's how Billy and Chrissy's, that's how they shit is. They will from that direct. I got a little bit of it in me, too.
Like, what do you mean?
But I go with the rough topics,
Yeah.
and then I try to make it relatable with people and make them to go like this. Okay, that's a crazy topic, but this motherfucker got something here.
Got a point.
He's got a point.
Do you have any examples of that?
Like, I do a whole Ted Bundy thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go to a whole Ted Bundy thing, but I break down Ted
Right.
and the facts, and it's still hilarious, but it's dark as fuck.
Right.
But it's funny as shit.
Right. What is it about? Just the nature of like being a serial killer? and
No,
all
just,
that?
it's about him in
The
particular.
Michael Jordan of
It's
serial
about him.
killers.
Or the Michael Jordan of serial
Yeah.
killers? Yeah.
I break the whole thing down. You got to come see the bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy
You
it.
had an opportunity on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
He killed.
That was a great show, too.
But your motto is also, which goes into all this, is jokes
Jokes
are
only work.
funny.
Only work if you know stuff.
things.
Yeah. Jokes only work if you know stuff.
Yeah. So
It's a responsibility on the audience, too, to not be dum-dums.
Right. You have
Yeah.
to be, you have to be
You got to have something
educated.
clicking. You got to be
Yeah.
able to,
I always tell
Right.
people he's a very witty comic, and his comedy is smart. And if you're not on the same level, you're just not. It's not gonna click.
But if you lock in and pay attention, you go like this. Okay, this is worth the journey.
Right.
Yeah. I hope you think that. He'd be like this nigga ain't no
Definitely.
Godfrey.
I love him too.
I love Godfrey.
He
I told him about the Thursday
There's a lot
stuff.
of similarities between the two of
Yeah,
you.
we've been performing together for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
Me,
explains
Godfrey,
it.
Artie, Tony, Greer Barnes, that's pretty much Patrice. That's all the black comics from the cellar when we, from back in the day. Yeah. But it's just a good time for comedy, I think.
Who are your favorites now?
Me. I still got the same favorites, some dead like Patrice and Greg Giraldo. Some alive like Rock and, Chappelle. And, I like a lot of motherfuckers. I like a lot of comics. I just like a lot of comics. You might not even know their names, but I just like a lot of comics. I think even if people think bad comedy, and I'm like, I like it all.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to pay for it all, but I like it all. I like hearing it all. Even if it sucks, I'd be like that. Sometimes I hear a joke that sucks, but like that, you feel good about it.
Right.
It's still you can still feel euphoria from here like this. That sucked. That's...
What do you
That
think?
shared
What do you
thing.
think you like about it so much?
I think maybe because it's social and it's communal. I think the communal aspect of it, even though I try to act like I hate people, I really do need them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We're communal species.
Monkeys.
Yeah, we need each other.
Gotta clean bugs off each other's back, nigga.
I need to find somebody to clean bugs off of. Man.
What I don't have any bugs. This guy.
He got it.
I know.
He's somebody
You
picking
gotta
a
know.
meeting.
You gotta know stuff. So, what about like the difference between being on stage, doing stand up, versus like podcasting and the stuff you do?
Stage
like,
is better.
Stage is better.
It's always better. Stage
Yeah.
is better because you're all the actors. You're the sound guy. You're the director. You're the producer. You're doing all the roles. That's how I like it. But I like doing like TV stuff, like acting things. I have a new show coming out on Amazon, Harlem, that Tracy Oliver produced. She did Girl Trip that Tiffany Haddish was in.
Okay.
But she got a new show, and Whoopi Goldberg's in it. Me, Jasmine Guy.
Wow!
Megan Good.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's fun.
When is it coming out?
It come out this fall on Amazon called Harlem.
Harlem.
Yeah, it's good.
What's it about?
It's just a comedy. It's about this young professional girl, a woman who comes back to New York. She works at Columbia, and it's just their life.
And what do you play?
I kidnapped her. I came in and kidnapped them bitches at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cast typing right
I
there.
took it over, but it's still funny. It's a funny role, but it's still a scary role.
Oh, okay.
So it was fun to play, man. They let me have fun and fucking ad-lib my shit.
Is it not? Is it comedy or is it drama?
It's comedy.
Oh, it's comedy.
It's comedy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's going to be good, man. I'm really happy about it.
Is it like a one season and done, or is it going to be recurring?
I think it's going to come back for another season. I think it's already got picked up for another season.
And are you going to?
And I'm on the season finale. I took over the whole season finale.
Oh, really? So
I took it over.
So you'll be in season 2, probably.
We'll see.
Let's
see.
hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. And what about the stuff you do, like with Greg? What's his name?
Gutfeld?
Yeah, Gutfeld.
Oh, that was
yeah.
Red Eye.
Red Eye.
I used to do Red Eye on Fox News. I hosted it too several times. But
Did you get any flack from that? Like from being
No.
like from
no.
What was Red?
Those
Eye?
are
Is
people
it
watch-
sports?
It's a funny
What
show.
is
It's a
it?
conservative
It's fun.
show. Yeah,
it's
it was
conservative, but it's
But
funny.
it's a funny show. It was a funny show on Fox News. It came on 3 a.m. It was hosted by Greg Gutfeld.
3
Yeah.
a.m.
Trust me, though. But the rest of the
funny,
country came
though.
on at midnight.
Yeah.
Anyway, you watch it on
It was
YouTube
huge.
anyway.
It was big.
Yeah.
Why
Amy
did you
Schumer did it a
stop?
bunch because he's moved to he had a 3 a.m. show, so they moved him up the dial, and
Yeah,
he's
he's
like 5 o'clock.
Very
That's the
popular
5,
now, yeah.
the 5 on Fox. But yeah,
But so you never got any? Nobody ever gave you any crap for that?
no, I got a lot of love from that show.
Yeah.
Because people would still see me be me on there.
Right.
And I did a bunch of shows on Fox News. I went
Yeah.
on every show on Fox News. Hannity, nigga. I've been on
Yeah.
Hannity.
Really?
Nice.
Yes, he threw me the
Yeah.
football. I throw it on the ground. Let's get to work, nigga.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been on Hannity several times. He hates me, but he gotta have me on
He hates you? Why?
because I give him shit.
Like
Well,
what?
that's good though. It's
I
good.
bust his balls.
Give us
It's good
a
to bust
Hannity
each other.
story. Come
It's
on.
good to bust each
I just try to
other's
get him to
balls.
be himself. I was like, don't give me your talking points, dum-dum. Wipe some of
Right.
that makeup off your face and talk to me like a man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like to push back on that?
He don't like that. He like people coming in, just sucking up
Kissing his
to
ass, yeah.
When you were on
And
that,
I do
when-
not do that.
When you were on the Fox stuff, were you more conservative, had to watch what you say so you don't go to the extreme and
No.
do your regular act and get shit back from them? Not
No, I
from-
would just be myself. They let me do myself. Roger Ailes and me were like this, nigga, before Roger Ailes died, who ran fucking Fox News.
Really?
I used to go to that nigga office and have lunch. He'll tell me about his 17-year-old
Feet
son
up on
spending
the
his money.
desk.
Feet up on the desk. The same office that allegedly all that stuff happened in. It was a bunch of couches in it, though, nigga, for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did a lot of Fox News stuff.
Wow.
But I just do my own opinions on there. I like going there because when you do CNN and MSNBC, sure, you can get your points off, but everybody's pretty much saying the same things that you saying.
Right, it's an echo chamber.
That's it. Yeah, it's boring.
It's better.
I want somebody to battle me.
Yeah, like the battle's what's fun.
The front line is where I go. That's why I'm with the Fox News. Anybody question that, I'll be like this. That's what a fight is. What if where you at? CNN, nigga? Giving high fives to fucking Don Lemon?
Right.
The fuck out of here.
That's funny.
And your podcast is called Race War.
Yeah, Race Wars.
Yeah, and you guys bring up like interesting topics, like kind of heated topics.
Yeah, Greg Gutfeld was actually on my show before, and Ann Coulter's been on a bunch of times, and Milo.
No, I think that's cool.
Artie Lang.
I like all those voices too. I'm very open-minded about a lot. I like different.
Ann's been on several times.
Hearing from different sides of the political spectrum.
Yes,
to me that's interesting.
That's what life is to me.
And plus, I'm not one way or the other. I have views that align with over here and views that align over here.
Yes.
Like this whole thing about like, oh, I have to say the agreed upon narrative or else I'm canceled. Fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck all that dumb shit.
Fuck all that. We are vast. We contain multitudes.
We can have different opinions about stuff. People be like, how you have Ann Coulter on? It's like, nigga. It's like, first of all, I got people in my family
because she's interesting.
People in my family who I don't agree with politically.
Exactly.
It's like she's gonna come and show her point, and then. It ain't like you disagree with her on everything. She might like IPAs, nigga. Do you like IPAs? And it's like people want to be angry. They can be.
I like hearing from people I don't agree with.
Exactly.
I like that. Like,
yes.
I can't imagine like unfollowing somebody. Like if somebody's speaking their real mind on social media, I can't imagine being somebody like who, and I don't agree, say something I don't agree with.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna admire them for speaking their mind, and I'm certainly not gonna unfollow them because if they're saying the not agreed upon narrative, I'm tuning extra in.
Right, I want to hear that side.
I want to hear more of that. Like, okay, so at least you're thinking for yourself.
Yeah,
I might not agree with it, but I'm glad you're doing it. Thank God. And that's getting more and more valuable all the time.
Other opinions, no matter how good or bad, always make my opinion better.
Exactly.
No matter how good or bad that is.
Yeah.
It always makes mine better.
Right.
So I want all of it.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you on that. Yeah. No, I admire, like, I was like, oh, he's on Fox News too. It's like, I feel like that's an admirable thing to cross over and do that.
Yes. Go where the fight is.
Go where the fight is. I totally like that. Yeah. That's awesome. So, and are you developing Race Wars for
TV?
For TV?
It's possible. We had a couple offers about it already, but I'm thinking about it. Like Sony came to us about it a couple years ago, but we'll see.
What do you think of the whole podcasting thing? Like we're like what 120 something episodes, 126 episodes into this. It's like, we like it, we enjoy it, but it's like it's a thing, it's a grind. Like
we do it ourselves.
We do it all ourselves. We're independent. We're still looking for like sponsors and all that. Do you have any of that energy coming in at you?
Yeah, definitely.
You all have all that.
We have
going
some couple
on.
sponsors already. Yeah,
that's 400 and something episodes.
How long did it take you to get that going?
Some came quick, some left, then some came back in.
140 episodes. That's no.
Asking for a
Just
friend.
asking for a friend. How
Plus,
long
we had like the guys from Stand Up New York. Like they were giving us we had like advertisers who wanted to come in from the jump with them. So so we always had like somebody around, like some advertisers around.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
Some come and go.
It's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is a lot of work.
How often do you guys put episodes up?
Every week. Every week.
And where do you film? Or do you film, or is it just audio?
No, now we film. We was doing Zoom for the last year or so, but we taped it before that. We were at the Stand.
Yeah.
We taped a couple at the Comedy Cellar, their room upstairs, and at Stand Up New York, the upstairs there. We was there for the longest.
Oh, okay.
And then we was on Sirius XM as well. So
that's
we used to do it live from Sirius, yeah.
Yeah, then that's like, then you got like the team behind you.
Yeah. That was cool.
That's what we need to get to. He wouldn't do any Zoom. He refuses.
I'm a stickler for quality. I'm a video guy and a video audio guy.
His ego is attached to video.
I can't. Unless it's a
Dude.
4-camera setup in person with high-end audio, I'm not doing some shitty
He
Zoom.
won't go to Zoom.
It's
just like,
it's-
dude,
Well, it's almost over
I don't
now,
wanna
though.
listen.
The Zoom stuff.
Maybe,
Not over, but
I
bro,
don't wanna
maybe,
listen.
maybe. Like,
who wants to
like,
listen to a
dude,
Zoom,
like,
a Zoom recording on a?
knows, dude?
It's just like terrible audio sucks. It's like,
but if the audio is okay, then you can.
yeah.
Yeah. You're a perfectionist, though.
I'm not a perfect.
wild.
Well, but
People
it's-
running around the park
you
listening
gotta-
on
They don't-
AirPods.
they
They don't
don't
give a fuck.
care.
You
They don't
gotta
give a
be
fuck.
proud of what you put out there.
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you
It's
just
like-
got to get it out. As long as they can hear it.
But also, like, sometimes
I hear you, though. I understand.
Nah.
we're limited in that. His ego's limiting us.
Well,
man.
you also have to understand.
It's like, this is the lead singer of
I
our
bu-
band right here. This
I
is this is the
booked-
guy that won't
hold on.
fucking. He wants no brown M&Ms and the
Fucking Axel.
This is Axl Rose
but
over
give me
here,
some
dude.
credit, 'cause
It's like, seriously, he
I
shows
booked
up
this-
late.
Axl.
I booked the
This
pod.
motherfucker.
I set it up.
He
I
does,
do
he
the
does.
video, the audio, the editing, the post, the posting. It's a
All
lot
right.
of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
And
What you
I-
got to do weekly, too? What you got to do?
Yeah,
oh,
pretty
dude,
much.
We've been going. When
And actually,
the
we
first-
didn't miss a beat.
The
Really,
first
did we?
6 months, we put out 2 episodes.
I'll
a
tell
week.
you what, because we had backlog.
2 a week?
bro.
For
Because
6 months.
Wow.
I was supposed to go on tour for like 2.5 months right when COVID hit.
Yeah.
So we backlogged a bunch of episodes.
Right.
So when COVID hit, we could still stay. We stayed.
Yeah, no,
regular.
but I'm talking the beginning
that's
when we
great.
started 2019. We did. He was like, "Let's do it twice a week," and we put out 2 full episodes
That's
full
that's
4-cam
a lot. That's a lot.
for 6
No.
full months, and then we're like, "Okay, let's go to once
a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed y'all got out 2 a week.
Yeah.
I'm a workhorse.
I hear that.
Yeah.
And people come through New York a lot, like
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
easier to get guests. Where now the pandemic, it's locals. We've resorted to comedians.
That's right.
Well, his whole thing.
I work at Uber Eats. They went to interview.
Yeah,
No, man. His whole thing with like bringing in all the comedians
Yeah.
and the whole crew, like, is like that's been awesome. For
Oh, yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
it's
we like
not
the jib
always
jab.
about comedy though, too, which I like. Like
Yeah.
we had John Laster. We had on.
Oh, yeah.
One of our favorite episodes. He goes deep, John.
He goes
Oh.
deep into manifestation and like the secret and stuff like that. No, but I mean, I like it.
I like it, too,
I'm
but I
a
got to
hippie.
tease a nigga
Yeah,
about it.
And
yeah,
his
you-
backstory with drugs.
I'm going to get him
is
jumped at his
insane.
Oprah book club.
Yeah.
His addiction.
Oh, yeah, he had
story
a-
was
yeah,
he
that's
had-
great
man.
stories. Yeah, yeah.
He's manifesting like lots of amazing stuff in
Yeah,
his life.
no
though.
question about it.
Yeah.
He's
What
a
ab-
blessing.
Do you have anything like along those lines? Like
Nope.
in terms of that's not what's up.
Well, what?
Like with manifestation or anything like that, or like spirituality or anything like that.
I mean, I'm spiritual, but I'm not like,
Yeah.
I think we all are connected.
Right.
And the more we try to fight it, the more, you're going to be in pain.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's true. I agree. We are one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, look at me.
With all these people you've had on, and I'm assuming you've been on stage, so you don't have stage fright, this, that, or the other. But did you ever have a guest on your podcast or a comedian you met where you were like starstruck or like, oh my God, it's this guy?
I remember just in life, maybe not on my podcast, but in life, I remember when I first met, when I only met Bill Russell. It was like SNL 40th, I think it was, the 40th anniversary of SNL.
Uh-huh.
And Bill Russell was there.
Right.
And me and Tone saw him, nigga. And we each hugged a leg. And we wouldn't let go. He had to walk with us on his legs.
That's funny.
Motherfucker got 10 rings.
Yeah.
2 as a player coach, 11 rings. 2 as a player coach.
So
It's like-
he's a
That's
sports
crazy.
guy, not a comedian. or
but he
anything
was
like
more of
that.
he's more than a sports guy. We wasn't even Celtics fans, but that's
Right.
Bill fucking Russell, man.
Yeah.
That's Bill Russell, man. It's
Yeah.
more than sports. He played in Boston. Boston's racist now.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga was the biggest star there. The coach and a player won him championships.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, and was like he's just a smart dude,
What'd you
well
talk
read.
about?
I cried most of the time. I'm
did?
not lying to you. Me and Tone hugged his legs and just weeped. I was a grown man, nigga. I was trying to get pussy that night. But yeah, Bill Russell was one of the good ones.
What was he friendly?
He's friendly as shit. He laughed and was patting us with his big hands.
Yeah.
I lost it. That motherfucker means something to like my pops, my fucking uncles, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was a different thing. It was like seeing him through their eyes.
Right.
That was a different thing. It's a
It was
different
like
thing.
generational
Yes.
starstruckness.
It's like
in a
Black
way.
History Month shit.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Yeah, no, I bet.
This
I
nigga
bet.
meant more than basketball to a lot of people. When people thought we couldn't even fucking be intelligent enough to not play but coach.
Yeah.
Dude, it meant a lot.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah. That's cool, man. Bill Russell.
And I was a Laker fan. Knicks, and I ain't like the Boston, but that nigga is bigger than that. Hey, fuck that.
Yeah.
Wept. My mother would have been like, my mother would have lost it on that. I was like, ah.
Are you a boxing fan?
Yeah, I like boxing.
What did you see the Mayweather thing that just happened? Press conference with Logan Paul?
No, what happened? It's him and Logan Paul. They fighting?
June something.
June 6th, I think.
And Logan's the Facebook fighter, right?
Yeah.
Like an Instagram fighter.
YouTube,
yeah.
Against the greatest boxer of all time, just about. I mean, one of them.
He gonna get beat
Mayweather's
down.
getting $100 million for that, by the way. So what does he care?
I don't know.
That's amazing.
Let me punch this guy out and have it. Who knows what's gonna happen? I don't.
But I'm
follow.
saying the other kids making money too. They both gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he built it up. He built it up on YouTube. He knocked out some
hype.
good fighters.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all you need is the hype,
It's all in your
Yeah,
mind.
you just need fame.
fame.
Yeah.
Where they fight in Vegas?
I don't. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Definitely
Hard
not
Rock
at
in
MSG.
Vegas.
Hard Rock
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's a weird one. It feels like, I don't know, sort of the dismantling of boxing culture on some level, though.
It
too.
can be, or it can be great for it.
Yeah,
I think there's more eyes on boxing now because of that dumb kid too.
that's true.
That YouTube dude, he's got eyes on boxing.
Yeah.
So I think it's all good. It
Yeah.
depends on how you use those eyes.
Yeah,
It's up to the fucking the industry to fucking make what those eyes mean to you.
that's true.
Not the fucking eyes that's looking. You
Yeah.
make it work. But they all crooked. So somebody else got to be in charge of American boxing
Right.
for it to be a legitimate thing. Like UFC is more legit than boxing.
I know.
It is. It is these
What
days.
the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Is
weird.
Don? What's his name?
Don King.
Is he still around?
Yeah, Don King's still around. I don't know if he's still promoting, but Don King promotion.
He made it serious a little, didn't he?
He made the big fights.
Serious.
He brought the big fights together.
Right.
But but it's still like an underbelly of like crookedness to it that you don't have in the UFC.
Right.
You don't even have that stigma on it.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Right. So I think that YouTube kid put more eyes on it and make boxing more legit in that way. So more eyes on it is going to make it better, I think.
It's gonna be interesting. I mean, I will say this: Logan Paul is a lot bigger than Floyd Mayweather, but still,
It's the sweet science, baby.
I know
he
it's
was
the
on the
sweet
Disney-
science. It's gonna be ridiculous, isn't it?
No, I think Logan will last for a while, but I think he's just going to get wore down.
Yeah.
I think he was on the Mickey Mouse Club when he was.
I know, he's a big
Oh,
dude,
was he?
But,
Yeah.
But
He might have
Floyd
been.
Mayweather is
Yeah.
like stunning. He's
Because
just
Floyd's been
stunning.
dodging fucking professional punches since he was 2
Yeah.
years old from his father.
That's right.
It wasn't even illegal for him, but he was in there like
It's
at
wild.
2.
Yeah, you have to start young. You have to start young.
Can't beat a child abused motherfucker who got child abused by a champion. No, sir.
That's a bit right there.
His whole life he's been dodging the best punches.
Right.
Speaking of fame, a lot of people, Chris and Michael Che, who you told me you were friends with.
Yeah, Che's my fan.
All like sort of went like the SNL route. And did that opportunity ever come up for you? Did you ever want that?
I always wanted to be on SNL,
And?
of course. But no, the opportunity never came around.
There was no like you couldn't pull any strings for an audition or this, that, or the other.
No, I think I might have sent in something early on.
Chris couldn't make it happen for you?
No, what? But that's not how life works.
Well, to give you an audition, to give you
not how it
like
works.
to get you an
You
audition.
know I'm a grown man, right?
To get you on, yeah,
That's
but,
a classic Ehud question,
Yeah,
though, dude.
I know.
Don't take that personal.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
asks
yeah.
me questions like that every day.
Could he just
dude,
hand
bro.
you the throne?
Yeah, I'm not saying hand you the throne, but get you an audition. Did you audition?
No, I didn't audition.
Okay.
But I like to do my own shit.
Oh,
Me and
but you
Tone.
wanted it,
Yeah, I wouldn't have said no to it, but
Right.
I wouldn't want to go that route to get it.
right? And Lauren never saw you, and like.
I don't
was-
think so.
No.
I knew.
Is it too late?
I have no idea.
Do you still want it now?
I don't think it's
Not
too
really,
late, but
no.
nobody
No,
wants
not
to be on
really.
But I
Saturday
would
Night Live
still take
anymore.
it.
You would still take it.
Yes, why would I
course.
take that?
All right. How did
It's still SNL.
what's the relationship with Che and you?
We're good friends. Me, I love Che. I was just with him 2 days ago. That's my family, nigga. I gave birth to him. He slid out of my vagina.
Right. So
I got
man China.
I got some good footage from when I did the lottery show at the comic strip. I produced a show called The Lottery Show. We produced it, but I had like Rich Voss and Patrice and everybody judging the new guys coming in. And I got Che's episode. He wants that episode so bad. It's I forget. I think it was Patrice, Voss, and I think it was Modi might have been the other judge on that episode. But it's like Che's one of his first times at the comic strip. Yeah, it's great. I'm holding over his head. I'm gonna make him pay $100,000 for it.
So
he can afford it.
Weed is legal now, isn't it?
I never knew it was illegal.
I think it's legal now in New York.
Yeah, but we still
told me.
can't smoke down here.
Oh, no, I know that. Yeah, no. You can't smoke
Really?
inside. No.
No, I mean,
wait, you
I don't
nuts?
wanna.
Right.
They're still
We've smoked in here before, though.
vaped.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, we smoked full-on weed in here before.
Oh!
With who?
Yeah.
We've had.
I
we've smoked with a
I
couple
thought he
of
could
guests.
smoke a spliff if he wants to.
Nah, if
Nah,
it was a
smoke it
vape
outside.
thing, I'd let him do it.
Yeah, I do it outside.
I
Yeah.
don't want.
Okay.
I don't want.
I don't want to be a dick.
I started eating yogurt because I thought you were about to smoke it. This is my addiction. Honey and yogurt.
So you went from that other stuff to the yoga now.
Yeah.
What's that, marmalade? Honey.
Honey.
Some shit.
Italian raw honey.
You eat like a vegan runaway, nigga.
Yeah,
Bro,
that hippie.
I ran from Brooklyn all the way to the West Village before this and did a hot yoga class.
Today?
Today.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Don't let the suit fool
All
you.
right, so you did all that earlier today.
I killed it
He
today.
said he was gonna have a busy month.
I have to be like,
I get it.
I have to go extreme the other way if I'm like losing all the bad habits. I have to give
Right.
myself a bunch of good habits.
Oh,
It's like the dopamine
To replace
the
it, yeah.
dopamine detox.
I agree. To replace that, yeah.
You got to replace it. I like your voice though. Do you ever do any like singing or anything like
No,
that?
I do voiceover stuff. though.
Voiceovers.
Yeah.
Voiceover.
Yeah, I did a bunch of
It's
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should consider singing.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna start comedy. You start singing.
Let's do it.
I
You
think.
can open for each
I sung
other.
some songs with John Mayer. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
Who don't you know?
No, he
This
he
guy.
knows lots of-
DA?
A good lawyer.
I know a couple of those. I said I grew up with Jews. And
So what's next? What's next in life?
shows tonight. I got a bunch of shows tonight and all weekend. What's today? Saturday? Friday? Friday? Yeah, all weekend.
Oh,
Friday night.
I'm at the Cellar and the Stand and somewhere else. The New York Comedy Club. New York Comedy Club in Cellar
I
tonight.
know you're not at the cellar.
What time are you on at the Cellar tonight?
8 o'clock. I think my first show is 8.
Really?
8:15.
Can we come?
Yeah, come through.
You should see. I've seen him a billion times.
Hit me
But
up.
Yeah, I guess we could come.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to maybe go?
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Tonight?
Let me see if they got some room over there.
See if they do.
They might not.
Yeah.
I would love to
They
see
probably
it.
won't, but yeah. Oh, tomorrow too. I got a bunch too. So if not today, tomorrow.
All right.
You know they sell out over there.
But Sherrod is gonna start a series at City Winery on
Every
Thursdays
Thursdays.
in June.
Oh,
In
really?
June, baby. Yeah.
Okay,
That's,
cool.
That's where we
I got a
should
big
go.
art show up there right now.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
All my paintings, yeah, upstairs.
Oh, I would check that out.
You gotta check it out.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go into the loft and do some charity shows, sell some paintings for
Not on
to
Thursdays.
help feed
Joe.
homeless people.
Okay, nice.
yeah. So I'll be around.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, man.
You gotta link up.
We'll definitely link up
Yeah.
for sure.
I was happy to meet. I've seen you in the last 10, 15 years in the Cellar multiple times.
Yeah.
And then when Will introduced us, I was happy to finally connect with you.
Ditto, man.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be great things.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got left? Anything else?
No, I was just gonna geek out and ask some Chris Rock questions, but like I don't know his trajectory. Like we started the conversation, you were like he was already bringing chicks in, but and I know we're interviewing you and not him, but when how did he get to that point where? Like, I've only heard about him since Saturday Night Live.
Well, he was on Saturday Night Live for a couple years.
of
He got
anything
fired like
prior.
everybody else. And then he had to hit the road.
But
and
he
that's
was big already. That made
He
him
was big. No, SNL made him big.
So,
But he had some name before that, but SNL made him big.
right.
And then once he got fired from SNL, then he went on the road and did Bigger and Blacker. He went on the road
That was
because he was
huge.
like, he was scared. He didn't know what the
Bigger
fuck
and
life
Blacker was right after he got
Yes,
fired?
yes.
That was massive.
That was massive. But he was nervous and didn't know what life was going to take him, what road. SNL was gone. So, and then he went to In Living Color, but In Living Color got canceled right away after he went over to there. So he went on the road and was banging out fucking road gigs and building it special. And then came out with Bigger and Black, and the rest is history.
And before that, when you guys were hanging out as kids, he would just tell jokes. Was he always
Yeah, he was an
funny?
asshole. He was just, we were younger, so
Yeah.
a funny
That
older,
period,
yeah,
yeah.
he was just mean to us. We just thought he was mean.
But that just goes to show you there's a lesson in that, though. Like, he gets fired from SNL, and then in Living Color gets canceled. It's like that.
Rock bottom.
All that resistance is what lifts up the airplane up off the ground, and that's what gave him that special. And just
failure lit the fire.
Failure lights the fire. So just remember that, kid.
Best teacher I ever had is failure, baby.
Oh yeah,
easily.
Give us an example.
You just learn from your mistakes.
Right.
You gotta learn from it, or you're just gonna be doomed to repeat it.
That's right.
So don't fucking shun mistakes. Fucking learn from them. They're there for a reason.
Yeah, get out there and make mistakes.
Yeah, how you gonna do it right if you don't know how to do it wrong?
Hey, get out there and mess up your reputation, everybody.
That's right. Drop those draws.
Come on, man. Yeah, do that freaky thing. Mess it all up. Go for social shame. Don't run from that.
Here's to that.
Cheers to that.
That's the tequila. That's the melted ice. So don't.
That's melted ice?
Yeah, I had ice for you when you came. I was gonna.
This is a classy joint, man.
I didn't want you to think that was both tequila.
I ordered that melted ice. I said, if I see ice in there, that's not melted.
You know, when I make ice at home, I make it with spring water. Just saying. I don't want that fluoride.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I don't do tap water. That's
in New York City?
Yeah.
Nah, don't do it.
I
Stop
only
it.
do
It's
it.
got fluoride.
It helps your teeth, you animal.
You know what?
You animal.
Whoever said fluoride? No fluoride in this house.
What? Okay, so what else? What else can we get? What else can we get from you for the kids out there? Give us some. Give
I
us
would
some
ask,
words.
what was your worst show?
Give us some words of wisdom.
I got nothing.
The entire thing was words of wisdom.
I know. Well, I was just
I'm all out.
I'm trying to wring out the last bit of
I'm
words.
Jokes
all
are
out.
only funny if you
That's
know
there you
things.
go. Jokes only work if you know stuff.
And then also the one thing you said in another interview, which was just like, when the crowd's kind of being rough, you kind of like go, the smart people help out the dumb people.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just tell people to, I might mention that.
Is that
Smart people help the dumb people? Yeah.
Smart people help the dumb people.
Yeah. It's like cattle prodding.
Yeah. God, can you believe how how much like cattle human beings turned out to be?
Yes.
It freaks me out.
Yeah. Well, they're made from the same things the other cattle's made from.
It's true.
Same materials.
Moo.
Same materials.
Yeah. All right, ma'am.
Cool.
Thank you for coming
Thanks
on.
for having me. Fun times,
Where
guys.
can
Did you
people
enjoy
follow
it?
you?
Yes,
Sorry.
go to I'll get my Instagram. You know my Instagram got hacked, but I think I'm going to get it back today or tomorrow.
I was looking for your Instagram.
Hacked me. They hacked me. Some
It's
dude
not-
from Turkey.
it's
making
not
me pay
there?
for it. Yeah, I think I'm going to get it back today or tomorrow, though. I'll let you know. But it's Sherrod Small.
And your
Okay.
And then
website.
Twitter is Sherrod _Small, and then the website smallworldcomedy.com.
Okay.
Small World Comedy.
Thank you, my friend.
and
Thanks
he
for
asked
having
if
me.
you enjoyed it. So
Oh, of course I
cut
did.
that
Yes.
question off.
This was fun as shit. Thanks for having
Okay,
me.
good.
I didn't even know it was this much room down here.
Yeah.
I've been in this place a million times.
There's a lot of history in this building.
Yeah, a lot of history in this
Yeah.
building. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I know this area.
All right, kids.
All right, next.
Thank
God
you,
bless.
Sherrod. Thank you,
Peace.
Joe.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Joseph Arthur. Thanks for checking out Come to Where I'm From. Please support us on Patreon, patreon.com/come to where I'm from. We are an independent podcast, and any contributions you can make are greatly appreciated.